Hey guys, there we go. That was annoying. Anyways, lots of technical weirdness going on today. Huge lag, and I think my modem is stable. Welcome to another live chat, an impromptu one, nevertheless. And let's see, where are we? Oh, here we go. I hope you guys are doing well tonight. I know it's an impromptu late at night, but what the heck? Decided to, just say hi, see what's going on, answer some questions. And yeah, so who's on board? Very good guy. How you doing, Shane? Joshua Spurka is here. Hope you guys are doing good. GZ? I almost called you Jesus. GZ. All right, before we start, and for all those guys that are coming in after the stream, I hope you guys are doing well as well. We're just gonna hang up, do a little chit chat. So I guess I don't know. You can run this while you're doing water changes, like most people do, but there's an inside joke to that, which I will do later on. But anyways, yeah, just a couple announcements. Skate meets this Sunday for all you guys in Southern California. It's over at Lotus Aquariums. Um, Coast Fish Club is having their meet next month, I think September 1st, and Corey from Aquarium Co-op is going to be there. I also wanted to start tonight's chat with a little of Chung's wisdom here. Remember, just because all your aquatic plants die doesn't mean you suck at aquascaping. It just means that you're great at killing plants. Start there. Now, a lot of people left me laughing icons. 5. The 9 people. I think you thought I was serious or not serious. I don't know. But I was actually kind of serious about this. Just kind of zenning out. But I don't think I really zenned out all that great on this. But then Shane came in and kind of, fortified that whole concept. And half the time they're not even truly dead, just converting, which is true. Don't forget that if you get new plants, you might have bought them grown immersed, and I can't find my chat window, and you'll have to wait for them to convert and grow in and underwater. Ni hao, homie. I am good. I believe that's what Jeezy said. Trying to Asian Chinese me there, right there. River Life, how you doing, buddy? Glad to see you. JB number 9, how are you doing? VB23, what's up? VB23, do I remember you? Probably. I talked to so many people. I wish I could even remember what I had for last night, but I vaguely remember the VB23 kind of thing. Yeah, and also the other thing is, if you guys could do me a favor either now or later, or if you're watching this live stream later, and you're into the whole self awareness, self help kind of thing, check out Christina Dang. I'm Christine Dang. I met her at Korean barbecue on Sunday with a bunch of the guys. I call them Aqua Vendors. The Aqua Vendors. But I was out with them having a Korean barbecue, and she was the niece of, I think, No Dead Fish. And then No Dead Fish, and then I can't remember all the stupid nicknames. No Dead Fish or whatever, and his brother, and she was their niece. I don't know. We got a conversation. She actually gave me some quick tips that made me really understand Instagram. Now, Ryan was trying to explain Instagram to me like forever, and I still couldn't get it. I was just like, what are you saying? I just can't get it. And then she explained it in a real easy way. Oops, let me put this in chat. She explained it this way. Just think of your Instagram post as your web page, and then your stories as posts as a form that leads back to your web page. And I'm like, oh, that makes complete sense. So then I started posting and making really dumb hashtags that made no sense, but I think that's what I'm gonna do on Instagram from now on. Trying to build that Instagram following. I'm gonna, just post stuff and just post absolutely ridiculously has nothing to do with anything hashtags, because I'm just that way. But anyway, so if you guys can do me a favor, if you're into that self-help kind of thing, if you watch channels like self-help stuff on TEDx or Impact Theory is another channel I watch a lot too. But they all do about self and social awareness and, you know, self-help kind of thing. So I don't know if you guys are into that. I like, you know, just, you know, it keeps me going at night, you know, stuff like that sometimes. But so shout out to everyone in the chat room, which I think I already did. VB23 River Life. My cool moral ha? What? Okay, what? Okay, so guess who's setting up a Dirty 40 breeder? Well, I guess it's going to be you, right? VB23. Well, good luck with that. Definitely, you know, soiling. I've been, you know, soiling tanks is just the way to go. Everyone's been doing it. I know I got Shane into doing it. And I don't know. It just seems like he's stuck doing it now. And I'm kind of stuck doing it now. All the stuff that I'm going to do for the aquascaping gallery, I'm like, well, what substrate should I use and everything? And all I could ever think about is just use soil. There's just no point in, you know, doing it, you know, using anything else. I would like to try like stuff like contra soil and stuff, but when you got a good thing going, why change it, right? You know, you don't change your stocks in the middle of a, what is it? The playoffs or whatever. Well, whatever that stupid saying is. But yeah. Show some love. There's some love. Riverlight. Oh, you're telling me show Christine Dang some love. Yeah, show her some love. Give her some subs. Make me look good, guys. Yeah, sure. Ty, watching from Portland, Oregon. Nice. I wish I was in Portland, Oregon. It rains there. It rains so well there. What are your thoughts on aquaponics? My cool moral ha. Aquaponics are really cool. I like it. It's a great way to just do things. I think it works great. Especially, I'm actually going to do probably a lot of aquaponics in the pond in the patio when I get that set up. But yeah. Ready guy, dude, between you and Dustin, so it just had to be done. I'm telling you, man. I got from Dustin, and I guess, you know, a lot of people get it from me now too. I don't know. I just can't get away from soil. It's just so easy, you know, so much nutrients and stuff. I don't even have to dose for the first like 6 or 7 months usually. I mean, it depends on the plant load, but whatever. VB23, you're getting your Fluval 3.0 on Thursday. Nice. You're going to love that. It's a very good light. Very good light. You don't think... Variant guy says he doesn't think he wants to do Aquasoil again without an RO system. Why is that? Oh, just because of the balance or whatever? Because I never had a problem with Aquasoil. I mean, always having an RO system is always good, so... Serious Lollygagger, how are you doing, fellow Oregon resident? Nice. You Oregoners, so lucky. It's so green and lush up there and it rains. I'm in Southern California. It doesn't freaking rain here, man. It's a freaking desert. I'm choking on dust. Variant guy, he lives out in the desert. I don't know how the heck he does that. I mean, we all live in the desert out here, but he lives in a really big desert. A lot of big animals and stuff. You should do summer tubbing. It's so fun and things happen when you let nature take its wheel. It's awesome. Yeah, I don't know. I just want just all around tubbing. That's why I want to do a pond. It's all year around. I just don't want to just do summer tubbing. I got more than enough things to do. Summer tubbing is all right. I mean, I see Rachel O'Leary do it all the time on her channel. So that's pretty cool. Random guy, because it's easy, because it East KH and inverts don't do as was. Yeah, that's about right. That is about right. Choose this video right for $10. Yeah, I still gotta look up the this filter stuff. I personally not too sure about that as well. There's this filter for $10. There was a question that see, because I started this chat at 7, but I was having trouble with my stupid modem, and someone asked me a question, so I'm gonna answer this question now. He's asking, he put a CO2 output into his filter intake, so his CO2 is going into his filter and then out into the tank. He asks why more people aren't doing that. The reason why is because you're losing CO2 when it gets into the filter. Sure, it crunches it up, but it doesn't so much that you're going to lose CO2 coming out of the filter. That's why a lot of people do it after the water's been filtered and go into the outflow. That's your best bet in having efficient CO2 diffusion. Yeah, that's probably the reason. I mean, I don't know. You could, other than losing CO2 going into the filter, I guess it's all right. It's also not. I don't know if it's any good for the bacteria, the beneficial bacteria. I don't know. Someone else might be able to answer that, but I never looked into that because I never thought to put the CO2 through the filter because no one did it, and there was a reason. I figured that no one did. So. Nice. Stormtrooper 2010, welcome to the chat. Fluvo 3.0 and 207 cancer just set up last night. A new planter, 29 gallon, love them both. Nice. Now, what's really funny is that the office tank, when where I set up the tank at the office, I don't maintain it anymore. They got some other guy paying to maintain it, which he doesn't know much, I don't think, about it anyways. He just cleans tanks. That's how I see him. But anyways, they had to switch out the filter because the sunset filter I got for the tank wouldn't fit underneath the stand of the 75 gallon. So they switched it to an Eheim filter that fit. So I got to take home I think it's the 306B or whatever. But anyways, I was telling Vernon guy, I see a Vernon guy or Ryan that now I have to get a new tank because if I have an extra filter laying about, that's just a waste. So you might as well just get a tank with it. So I'll probably have to go shopping for another tank, figure out where to put that tank, and there you go. It's just logic, Aquarius logic there, Hello, Bentley Pascal. Welcome to the chat, Bentley. The serious lollygator. I never dosed my tank with fertilizer. My plants started yellow, so maybe I need to get on that. What is the best product used for beginner? Appreciate any advice. Do it all in one. Fert. If you're a beginner, your best bet is just make sure you're dosing with all in one fert. There's lots of them out there. There's Easy Green from Aquarium Co-op. There's Power Growth or something Growth from Dustin Fish. I can never remember the name of his plant juice. And then there's Vital from H2O plants. Those are the three I would suggest. I think UNS has their own line of ferts as well, so you might want to look into that. Of course, CChem does too, but they're overly expensive. And of course, you always could get a dry mix and mix it yourself, which is a lot more cheaper to do. So. Yeah, as VB23 said, Easy Green is a good option. Stormtrooper 2010, Chung, on your gallery, skip the one in front of the sliding door and stick it outside. Live plants. Well, no, because outside I'm going to have a pond. So I don't want to stick a tank outside. But I'm not going to, I'm pretty much opting not to put a tank there, blocking that glass door, because I really want that glass door just to look out into the patio into that pond. So, and plus, if I decide to put a cube in that corner, then that tank is going to block the cube. So, just having that 55 or whatever gallon tank right in front of the glass just doesn't seem as tempting anymore, It'd be nice to just let it run on natural sunlight, but that's what the pond's probably going to be doing anyways. I'm probably not going to put much aquatic plants in the pond. It depends on how I have it built. So I'm trying to figure out how to build it. So I'm probably building out of plywood maybe, and then because I want to put a glass so that you can see the fish and whatever I decide to do in the pond through the sliding glass door, right? So it'll probably sit about 2.5 feet high. That's what I'm thinking. It'll have a little waterfall built into it, so I gotta figure out how to do that. But anyway, that thing has been turning in my head. I've been watching pond videos like the last few days, and that has been turning in my head. So I don't know what to do there. But yeah, definitely, I don't think I'm gonna put a tank right in front of the sliding glass window. The only thing that I'm having a problem with, and I'm still trying to figure out, is what I should do on the other corner. Should I just put one tank, a shallow tank aquascape, or do nanoscapes? Everyone's voting on nanoscapes with a bunch of little tanks, but I'm not entirely sure on that either. Because what would be nice is a like small shallow tank where the aquascape is going beyond the tank itself. Someone said a paludarium, but paludariums I'm not all too interested in. But the way the shallow tank was going to be aquascape, it might as well be kind of a paludarium, I guess. In the ways that I have in mind. So I don't know if I want to put that there or I'll put it up here in my office once I clean the place up here too. So I don't know. There's just a lot of options. But one thing at a time, I'm gonna hit that 120, which isn't a 120. I figured out it was like 109 gallon tank. I feel so like I feel like I lived my life as a lie all these years, thinking it was a 120 gallon, but it's not. I measured it, calculated it all out. It's not, because I was trying to figure out how much water the sump or how big of a sump that I want to get for it, and all that stuff. So, you know, down the wormhole. How are you doing, D? Good to see you. Hello, Shishi. How are you doing? Welcome on board. Wow, lots of talking since I've been babbling my butt off. Shame on my stand, I'll just have to make custom shelves. That's what I usually do. Ooh, I like how you set the lighting. Oh, I didn't set the lighting that way. I don't know why it got dark like that. No clue. But welcome to live chat. Petco TPG, you can get a tank on the cheap if you can't find good rimless. Yeah. Yeah, but you know, you see, there's that thing, you know, where you gotta balance the budget and stuff. But dang, having a nice rimless tank like a UNS tank or whatever is just so beautiful. But then you go and look, well, do I want to spend that much money when I could get a 40 gallon for a fraction of the price of the same size and derim the sucker? Right? You know, I have to derim it though, and then I have to get a glass shop to cut me some glasses to build a bridge or a brace. But all the same, it's still cheaper that way. Either way, you just gotta actually work at it, I guess. So, JH Aquatics, welcome to the chat. As you guys can tell, I am way behind on my chat. But hey, I pulled the chat while a group at the time. So yeah, Stormtrooper 2010, thank you. It is growth juice. That is from Dustin Fish Tank. It's an all-in-one furt that works really well. He sent me a bottle. H2O Plant sent me a bottle. Corey was supposed to send me a bottle, but he never got to it, so I grabbed the bottle from Aquashella and took it home and tried that out. So that worked too. Tampa Tom, glad you came back. I know you were trying to get on the first live stream, and then my modem broke. Oh, did I tell you the story of the modem yet? Okay, so here's the problem. All right, so my modem was dying, and it happens when you have it for a few years. It does that, right? So when I was uploading large files, it would reset, and imagine how much of a pain it was to upload YouTube videos while it kept resetting. Luckily, with the YouTube uploader, it continues off where it left off, okay? But it kept resetting, so a file that usually takes me like 5 minutes to upload, it took like 20. So it was driving me nuts. So I got and bought a new modem from Amazon, which was refurnished. They call it refurnished now. It's refurbished, whatever. So I brought it home, I hooked it up, and I called them. I said, here's the MAC number or the MAC address, but it wasn't working. So I couldn't figure out why it wasn't working. So I had to put the modem back, and I figured, okay, I'll live stream tonight. It's a live stream. It shouldn't be a big file upload or file upstream. So it shouldn't tackle the modem that hard. Well, it did. So I couldn't get the live stream started. So that was an hour ago. So I decided to like hook up the new modem again, try to get a factory reset on it, right? So in order to do that, you have to log into the modem. Well, you can log into the modem directly, right? You don't have to be hooked up to the internet to do that. Well, I tried that and wouldn't log in. And I'm like, well, what the hell's wrong with this modem? Maybe this one modem's completely defective. I have to return it. But then I realized, you know what? I was being lazy. I didn't switch to power plug, right? I still have the old power plug from the old modem. And I remember reading somewhere that people were like, well, if this is happening, try switching the power plug, right? And I was like, wait, I didn't switch the power plug. I just didn't use it. So I took it out of the box, plugged it back in. The lights were different this time. Called up Spectrum and say, hey, here's my new MAC address, and boom, it worked. So then I'm like, all right, let's do the live stream again. Let's try it again at 8 p.m. But anyways, what a stupid thing for that. I'm a freaking IT director, and I didn't even think about that. It's so stupid. VB23, I'm all about Osmocote root tags. Yes, they work really well, especially for the roots. But you should also, dose your water columns if you need to as well. Aquarium Thoughts, welcome to the live chat. Glad to see you on board. Portia, how are you doing? I remember you from your comments on the Aquascape Gallery. That's nice. I got a new Aqua Top filter today. I'm going to get away from the hang on the back filter. Oh, nice. Okay. That's usually filter choices are usually, what works better for you. I don't like hang on the back filters. The only way I would use a hang on the back filter is if I have a really small tank. That would use those little tiny filters. One, because they're cute, and second, it's just the easiest way to do it instead of hooking up a big canister filter to something an aquarium that small. So square low in the middle of the room. No, I want a seat in the middle of the room so that you can sit down and just look at all the tanks. I mean, that's a cool thought, but then there's no place to sit down. There's no way to put new soil in a dirty tank without removing the shrimp. No, I think you're going to remove the shrimp. Second, if you're putting new dirt or new soil into a dirty tank, it's going to give you an ammonia spike, most likely, depending on your dirt or your soil that you're using. And ammonia spikes are not good for shrimp. There's actually a bunch of stuff in the soil that's not good for your shrimp if you just started it up. So you need to let it cycle if you have a shrimp tank. You have to let the soil settle or whatever, or have your filter out all that stuff in the soil. Yeah, same thing here. Verna guy makes a good point. Anything above 30 gallons, I'm on canisters. Anything above 100 gallons, I'm on sump. That's how I kind of do it. Itty bitty tanks. 1 gallon to, I don't do 1 gallon tanks, but 1 to 5 gallons, maybe 4 or 5 gallons, I would always keep with a little hang on the back filter. Anything above that, I start using canister filters for something small, like 8 to 10 gallon to 15 gallon. I use the little Sun canisters. They work really well. And then 20 or above, from there I use canister filters. And then once I hit 100 gallons or more, I start thinking about sumping. Even at 55 gallons, I might sump. Like my 55 gallon downstairs, when I revamp that into a Reef, I am definitely going to have to sump it. Just because it's Reef, and you don't want to deal with canisters with Reef. At least that's what everyone tells me. I used to have a canister for my Reef like 15, 20 years ago. But tech's changing nowadays, so yeah. I agree, not seeing the patio. I didn't know. Yeah. In the video, it's hard to tell in the video, right, how big the place is. So I think you guys start getting the gist of how big the places is that I put in tanks. So yeah, I was looking at ponds, so I was figuring out how to do it. I was looking at some YouTube videos, best place to do it, right? Some pond builds, some were really nice. So instead of buying a tub, which can get expensive, I'm just going to get a liner, I think, and build a frame, just like how Joey did it, basically. Probably around 6'10", 6 by 10. 2.5 feet tall, I'm thinking, something like that. It's a patio, so I can't dig. It's concrete, anyways. I can't dig into it, anyways. So that's what I'm actually probably limited to, above ground pond. Now I was thinking about another option, which is to build a plywood type of pond using the pond ceiling. I forgot what it's called, but Joey used it, and I saw it on Amazon when I was doing some research. And then putting a acrylic glass on the side where you look out of the from the aquascaping gallery, so you actually see the pond inside, right? So I thought that would be a cool, neat thing. You know, you can see inside the pond from the aquascaping gallery, especially if you're sitting down in the seat in the middle of the room. You know, so when you're looking around the room, you got the 120, you got the 240-ish tanks, and you got whatever we're putting in the corner there. You got the cube over here, and then you spin all the way around. You see the patio with a pond and the viewing thingy. So that sounds like fun. It's just a lot of work. So I'm gonna have to buy a lot of pizzas for like probably Ryan and Shane and Jesse and whoever else decides to come that say they want to help. Because you know you could get guys to do anything if you give them food. So that's one thing. You get the whole Aqua Avengers together. That's what I call them. Your team needs a beta. I already have beta tanks I'm setting up now. I'm filming. Just have never seen them yet. So, well, actually, one beta tank. I still have to find that rose tail, but I will find that rose tail. But I have to dry start that tank first. No shadow tank idea. Yeah, I like building. I want an aquascape above the tank, but I could also put that tank up here. But again, it depends on how big I want to make it, and you know what ideas I might have for it. I was looking at UNES shallow tanks, and they have a 60-gallon and a 20-gallon? 20 gallons small and the 60 gallons big, and they don't have something in between. So, yeah, food and beer. There you go, Shane. Food and beer. Shane's a man. He needs the beer. There you go. There you go. My cool Morale. Yeah. Is that an Asian name? Michael Moraleha? Anyways, what about a plywood aquarium for your comp? Yeah, that's something I was looking at too, because it would be easy to input or insert an acrylic panel, right, into the plywood build. All you do, I just have to weather protect it and then paint the whole inside with that pond sealant thing. Hi Susan, how are you doing? Welcome to the live chat. Yeah, today is a Babble live chat. Well, all my live chats are babbling. You're running over 120 with filters. It's good, bro. What do you... what does that mean? You're running over 120 with filters. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Clarify, bro. I have no idea why someone would want to hang on the back. Well, some people prefer hang on the backs. It works for them. I personally don't like hanging on the backs. I try to avoid them at all costs. And, yeah, Shane, sorry, Variant Guy, has a really good recommendation. Is to silicone grease or grease it with Vaseline, and to keep the O seals around your canister, keep them moist so they don't dry out and snap on you. So make sure you do that. It will extend the life and also prevent any leaks, and you don't want leaks from canister filters. What do you do to prepare for an outage? I've got potatoes and hydrogen peroxide ready, but it's not necessary to apply the tanks. Nothing. I've only once in my life had to have a power outage here because we don't get storms. Alright, the worst we have is earthquakes. And if we get an earthquake that takes out your power, your aquariums is the last thing you're going to worry about. Okay? But I do have backup, meaning for the fish, the plants are no big deal. It's the fish that you have to worry about, is battery-controlled pumps. Very simple. Easy battery control pump. I have to worry about the weather because it's Southern California. Maybe if it gets too hot, that might be a problem, but that's when you prop up fans or whatever. So it's not as bad for me as it was for someone like Joey, who has snow and all that stuff, who has a huge gallery to like freaking keep the environment going, or some of you guys that have massive storms. So that's a problem. Here in Southern California, Rarely, barely anything happens. We might get brownouts, but that hasn't happened in a very long time. When it gets really hot, though, sometimes there might be brownouts, but that hasn't happened in a while. So, but in my Nano is a 10-gallon rimless and is absolutely beautiful, but worth the price, but not worth the price difference beauty, in my opinion. Well, I mean, to each of their own, I guess. But, you know, sometimes you can't even tell. If I rig up and rim this tank, make it up really pretty, you know, scrape up the silicone really nicely, it'll look like a really expensive tank. You don't have to tell anyone. You just slap on a UNS sticker or whatever. I'm not encouraging you to do that. But you can slap on ADA or UNS sticker or whatever, like, you know, how people put VMO on their YouTube videos just to get hits. But, yeah, you know, sometimes you just get away with it. You know, we're aquascapers, or most of us are here. Our whole life, our whole being of living is to lie to people about our tanks. What we're doing, the art and whatever, it's art. So we're lying to people. We're making something in a glass box beautiful. It's all about lying. It's all about misdirection. It's all about a freaking magic trick. Right? That's all it is. You're just convincing someone that this thing here is the most beautiful thing you've ever seen in your life. And that's it. You know, if you want to become the best aquascaper in the world, learn how to freaking lie. That's what I say. Okay. Have a good night, Shishi. I am so far behind on this thing, you probably took off already. Priscilla, how are you doing? Welcome to the chat. Carol! Oh, Priscilla, I bought my tickets to Aquashella. Are you going, Priscilla? I think you said you were, right? No. I got my tickets. I put my time in for time off. Be staying at a friend's house. He's gonna lend me a car. That cuts down the cost of going there. The freaking ticket's already $350. It's crazy. And I have to fly the red eye too to get, you know, better deals, and just to get there a day early, because I don't know if we're gonna do something a day early. Hopefully it's a day early and not a day after. So Aquashella. Oh yeah, JH, you're here, Joseph. Yeah, totally. Yeah, going to Aquashella. Got all my tickets and everything ready. I just have to call my guy, my friend, and say, hey, I'm coming. What's the best way to get rid of pest snails? Take a bottle, uncap it, put maybe a couple small holes on the bottom of the bottle, put a piece of lettuce in it, put it in your tank overnight. The next night you should see all the snails in your bottle. Take it out, crush them, kill them, whatever, throw them away, whatever, feed them to your puffer fishes, whatever, right? And then put it back in again if you still have a lot of snails. And you just keep doing that until they're all gone. Just make sure no autos or anything swims into your little contraption there. But what you did there was set up a snail trap. Have you ever used Neck Hog dry fertilizers? No. I use dry ferts that I get from aquariumfertilizers.com. But I have not used the NICOG. But dry ferts are dry ferts, really. So I don't think there's really much of a difference in that kind of brand. NICOG gets their stuff the same place probably as the plant fertilizers do. They get from a wholesaler. So it's just dry ferts, really. I don't know if there's any difference in branding or quality control or anything like that. Yeah, Aquashella is definitely going to be the bomb. Yeah, I couldn't see what that was. Nico B, love all your videos. Waterbox, thank you. I have a 10-gallon tank, a diffuser reactor, which would be more efficient. I've been using 3-in-1 diffusers from Insta. Reactor. Or an inline diffuser. Alright. Are you talking about inline diffuser or diffuser in tank? Alright. So inline diffuser is good. Reactor is better. But the inline diffuser is better than the in-tank diffuser. Okay? Hope that makes sense. So all the three liquid detergent, did you like one better than the no? Honestly, all of them ones, though their formulas are a little different, did the same thing. So pick your fertilizer based on who looks better. Yeah, I mean, the reason why I always suggest those three is because one, I know them. They're cool people. I support them. So that's why I suggest them. I know them personally, in a way, right? So, and I've tried them, and it worked. I mean, it's all in one fruits. Really can't go wrong with all in one fruits. Uh, there's some minor differences in their recipes, but all in all, they all do the same thing. D, that would be awesome if you could go. It'd be nice to meet you. Party, my water has high nitrates, so this is why I have to do water changes every other. Why does your tap water have high nitrates? If so, maybe it's time to go RO. Yeah, that happens. After a while, weird stuff will grow in your filter. So, Dicho, welcome to the live chat. Sorry that your screen is stuck loading. I don't know why it's doing that. Alright, take care. River Life. Oh, Ryan is here. Hey, Ryan, how are you doing? Get to 1 million without any videos. Would you consider... Alright, nice name. Would you consider the Fluval Planet 3.0 a high-tech lighting fixture? On a tank that's 10 foot high, no. On a tank that's 2 foot high, yes. It's decent. Moderate. On a tank that's 12 or 12 inches high, 1 foot, yes. Totally, extremely high. But yeah, it's something around 18 inches to 24. It's good, high, moderate. Right? But yeah, that would be a high-tech lighting. Okay? Hope that makes sense. I'll buy a shit tomorrow sport. Hey, awesome! No one ever bought any shirts. I mean, I don't think anyone's ever bought any shirts, so you'd be the first one. Yeah, I'm just reading you guys talk. That's good. What kind of food do you recommend for a 30-gallon tank? For a 30-gallon tank, you get the Sun 302. Cheap. Works great. At least for me, it does. You're gonna get mixed, reviews for any filter. Honestly, any product there, there's always mixed reviews. If you use Sun canister filters, make sure you have to do this is to grease the O-ring. All right, and that's for any canister. Grease your O-rings. It sounds weird, but yeah, grease your O-rings because that'll help extend the life of your canister filter's seal, so it doesn't pop and leak all over the place. So, what's the best kit for nitrates? Well, I just basically use the master test kits mainly. So you're saying I missed Chung's video out of here. I can't see the stream properly. Sorry, Dichu. I don't know why it's doing that. Can you use only the pellets per plant rather than using capsule of Osmocote Plus? Can you use the pellets per plant rather than using capsule? Usually I put in the capsule. I mean, if you could bury the pellets, the Osmocote Plus pellets, go for it. But they're just going to float up. That's why you have to put them in a capsule and then bury them. And then slowly over time the capsule disintegrates and all your pellets stay in the soil. That's the reason why you want to use capsule. But no, you don't have to. If you can get your pellets into the tank, into your substrate, then you're fine. But capsule is the easiest way to do it. Verity Guy, yes, if you have a PetSmart, you can get a whole freshwater master kit for $20. And if you don't have a test kit and you have aquariums, you should really get a test. I don't understand why people don't. Some people don't have test kits. I don't know how they It's weird because I'll like, well, what's your water parameters? Well, I don't have a test kit. I'm like, well, that's something you really need, especially when there's a problem. You have to figure it out. You kind of need a test kit. You like my Hassan? You like my talk about lighting and CO2? Thanks, man. Glad you enjoyed them. Green man, what's up? How are you doing? I think Veranda guy's asking Porteous questions, so that's cool. You should just get the whole test kit, by the way. All right. Other than that, other than the whole test kit, I get the GH and KH test kit. But Veranda guide probably answered all your questions already. Yeah, look at my mods. Get at it, man. They're just answering questions left and right. This is why I have them. Wow, how far am I back? I'm sitting here reading food and beer. I talked about that like 50 minutes ago. Oh my gosh, I am so behind. Oh my god, I'm really behind. Okay, I gotta catch up here. Can you keep coral in a marine planet tank? That just fried my brain. Can you keep coral in a marine planet tank? I suppose you can, but a marine planet tank is a reef coral tank. Basically, I don't know. There's no actual plants in salt water, really. There might be one or two like seaweed. But sure, I guess you keep seaweed with your corals. But yeah, marine planet tank is really a marine reef tank. Is probably what you're asking. Echo Complete says to use 1 pound of subject per gallon pound. The heavy planted 30 gallon with Echo Complete. I should get it with 3 bags complete or 2 for 30G. If you're not putting anything else with it, well, you can get 2 bags and a gravel mix if you wanted to. But you know, Echo Complete's cheap as it is already, so that cost of the gravel might be just a little cheaper. So it might be just better just get the Echo Complete. But I think 3 bags might be too much. But hey, better have more than not enough, right? Yeah, I think you might have to for a 30-gallon tank. Yeah, because I had to use 1 bag of Echo Complete for my 20-gallon, and I had another bag of fluval sand. So that should be about right. You're gonna probably use 2.5 bags, probably. So. Got it. Filipino, just spell phonetic. Okay, cool. Got it. VJ, thanks for the hydrogen solution, Lomo. Can you please suggest how much is too much? How much too much of what? Hydrogen peroxide I'll spray on the mold? I just pour the bottle into a spray bottle and I spray the heck out of the mold. I soak it up, wait a few minutes, 10, 15 minutes, and then they should start dying off. On the wood tank, look into routing out all the 90 degrees current, less dirt build up on less hassle. Rounding it out? I mean, I don't know if I can do that with the sealant. Can I? I heard it's thick, so maybe I can. I don't know. I don't know how long that will take to dry out, though. Color polish should get brown. Yeah, but we haven't had brown nuts in a while, though. And it's been pretty hot. Hey, Randy Shue. Love the channel. Your advice and made my life bigger so much here. Yay, I'm glad. Totally awesome. I love getting people in this hobby. It's kind of like The Godfather. I feel like you owe me after a while. Like, you know, you build this business because I help you get started, and someday I'll ask you to deliver this brown plain picker package to a door and not ask any questions. Okay, I'm totally going off the rails here. Paul Kelly, how are you doing? Welcome to the live chat. Any club edition beginners for the Bay Area? Randy Shoe. Actually, I don't know anyone in the Bay Area. I don't know what's going on up there. I only know what's in the SoCal. But I thought I did know someone in Bay Area, a club in Bay Area. I don't remember what it is. I know there are Bay Area clubs, though. I know that. Just do a search, I guess. Do fish clubs and find the best one. You'll find the closest one to you, and then just go to them all and check them out. Most clubs will let you go in there and just hang out, see if you like them or what have you. But you can always come down here when we have a meet. You know, we're here in West Covina. You're up in Bay Area. It's about maybe a 5 or 6 hour drive. You know, a nice drive. Come down here, say hi. Do I need to use the airstone that runs through the sponge? Oh, I think you're asking someone else that one. That's true. He could take the bath in the Arowana tank. I've seen people remove the rims on the 40 breeder and lower pretty successfully. You could have installed a brace if you necessary. Yeah, I asked Mike from Aqua Pros if he de-rimmed his 40 breeders before. He said yes. I go, do you need a brace? He said you should have a brace. He says you don't have to, but he does it on his, just in case. So honestly, I'll go with him. I mean, I know him, and I trust his advice, so I'll go with that. But again, if I get too lazy, then I'll probably won't put a brace in there, knowing me. Yeah. Yes, sir. Shenanigans, woohoo. Oh, definitely. Woohoo. Shenanigans. Now that I actually met a lot of you guys, I won't be as, like, standoffish. Because I know, Priscilla, you were really cool. You, Joseph, Matt, Zach, you guys were really, and then I was like a little, like I watch Ray all the time. I talk to her on Instagram a lot, but I don't know. She made me nervous. Taylor made me nervous. I don't know why though. I don't know why sometimes people make me nervous and some people don't. I just don't talk to them enough, or maybe there's just better connection with other people. It's just so weird. I don't know why. Totally connected with you, Priscilla. But I think that's because we were hanging out talking a lot. I think that's what made it really easy. You know? Talk. Sean Williams, my man. He is in the house. How are you doing, Sean Williams? I don't know if you left already because I'm so behind on my chat. How you doing, buddy? It was awesome meeting you at the meet. The man came down, said hi. I used to watch Sean Williams' channel before when I just started my channel. So I was a little tiny bean, and he was like, I don't know how many subscribers you had at that time. That's crazy, though. Crazy. People, you guys are talking about tomatoes. You're getting me hungry. Green Man, how do you feel about the Twin Star M5 algae high inhibitor? I don't know. I've never tried it. I never tried any of those things. So I'm not even sure if it worked. I know Jay from our Facebook group uses it. He's one of our mods, and it looks like he uses it because I see it in his tank pictures all the time. I don't know if it actually works or not. Everyone says it does, but personally, I'm not really worried about algae. I know how to get rid of it, so I don't need anything special. Okay, guys, you got questions? Just ask them. Either I'll answer them or my. Hi, Candy. How are you doing? You know what? Now that I remember, hopefully you're still here. Candy, where are you? I just want to double check. There you are. Alright, there you go. I had to mod Candy because she's just. Everyone mods her, so I'm modding her too. I don't want to be left out. Candy's everyone's mod. I want Candy as a mod too. Algae. Okay, Ryan KB. Algae inhibitors are quite controversial. They won't get rid of existing algae, but they're supposed to kill algae spores in the water column. So that's what Ryan says. Personally, I think it's an added cost that I don't think you need if you know how to get rid of algae without using one of those things. Alright. Marinade guy's getting technical again. Oh, on the through 3 point, he's spouting par. 114 par at 14 inches is a lot. That's definitely a lot. How many inches of substrate do I need in a tank? Coarse sand only substrate. How many inches of soil cap ratio? It depends on what you're doing. For soil, I do an inch, depending on what I'm trying to do. Soil, most of the time, you don't want that thick, right? Some people do 2 inches. I do usually, depending on the setup, 1 inch or 2 inches. I use it as a fertilizer cap, right? The sand cap or the cap itself is what's holding down my plants. It's anchoring everything in and keeping the dirt, the soil in the ground, right? So that layer of soil is my fertilizer patch, as you would say. So do I need a lot? Depends on how big the tank is, and two, how much plants I'm planning to plant in it, right? If I don't know, go with 1.5 to 2 inches, and then cap it with about 1.5 to 1.5 with pool filter sand, not playground sand. Do not use playground sand. Do not use beach sand. Use pool filter sand, something with a bigger, large grain size. Okay. Deshaun, how you doing? Welcome to the chat. Guys, I was wondering if 14 neon tetras are okay under 20 long with the aqua cliff. Yeah. 14 neon tetras is fine under 20 long. Heck, I'll put 20, 25, heck, maybe 30 if that's all there is in it. But I overstock my tanks, but then I also overfilter my tanks. So I overfilter to overstock to overfilter with plants as well. So I'm like very overfiltered, usually. But it's very easy to overfill your tank. It's just to get a tank with a bigger bio load. That's why someone asked me, he's like, well, if you're gonna buy the Sun 608 603s, the little small little canisters, and you're gonna buy it without the pump and buy your own pump, why do you do that? Why don't you just spend more money on a different filter, more powerful filter? And I said, well, the main reason why is because the capacity could hold the bio media in one of those little canisters, right? The canisters I need to hold the bio material, the biofilter materials. The pump I need to actually push the water through the pump, depending on how big the tank is. So that's why I prefer to personally put my own pump on one of those canister filters, because I want the canister filters for the capacity of the bio load. So the more bio load I have, the more it can handle, the more fish I can put in my tank, and that coupled with a heavily planted tank, you're pretty filtered. Is red clay good for root tabs? It will help bring iron to your life and to your plant's life. I mean, is it good for root tabs, or is it good as root tabs? Not enough. I mean, that's just going to provide some iron to your plants, but you need all the other stuff. Root tab comes with all the other nutrients and stuff. Yeah, okay, what did you say, Priscilla? What were you messing with me up with? Grease what with butter? Alright, I totally forgot what I was saying about butter and greasing what with butter. I think that's what you were saying to mess with me, right? Right? Okay. My chat froze. No? Am I still going? Good, yeah. My chat froze. There we go. Night Susan. I must have missed that. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. I've totally like skipped all this. Oh my gosh. Hold on. I am so behind. There we go. All right. Plants rooted in water. Brought some seeds and remedication. Getting a test kit. Okay. Yes, I'm getting those too. Okay. All right. Blah blah blah. You get blah 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 blah. Bay Area checking in. Green Man, what's up? I think you already said what's up from Bay Area, didn't you? Or is that someone else? No, that was someone else. Ah, yeah. Randy Shue was in Bay Area too. Hey, Green Man. If you know of a fish club up in Bay Area, let Randy Shue know. He's looking for someone. There you go, San Francisco Aquarium Society. I think that's what. Wait, is that one of those fish clubs? Is that one of the fish clubs up there? Hey, Verdict, well, I thought, well, Shane already said he was, and I think he kind of included you. He kind of, enlisted your help regardless of whether you said yes or no. So. Alejandro, I really enjoy your channel. You're the reason why I started 20-gallon soil tank. Greetings from Mexico. How are you doing, sir? Glad to see you on board in this chat. And glad that you're hitting that soil tank. Awesome. I'm glad I helped you with something. Chung warmed up like cookie dough in the oven. What are you talking about, Priscilla? What kind of filter do you recommend for a 7 to 10 gallon nano tank? You could go with a Sun 602 canister. If not, just get a hang on the back. And if you do a hang on the back, I always recommend the Aquatex because they have a really good spacious area for media, for any media, for filter media. Aquaclear, sorry. Aquaclear, that's what I meant. Randy Shue, yes, that is correct. You can adjust the intensity on 3.0 and run it as a low-tech tank. Could I add a group of panacories? And yes, you can. If you wanted to. With 14 neon, you should be fine. Assuming that you are very well filtered on your tank. Actually, even if you're not very well filtered in your tank, you should be alright. I don't know what a group of panacory consists of. I have 8 right now in my tank, and I have 8 of those, and I have about 10 rasboras. And I think I have 5 rummy noses, and I should have 6 crabs. I just don't know where the hell they are. Bastards. And I have 2 or 3 autos left. I need to get more autos. I'm talking about adding the gits into red clay balls. So adding the gits. Not sure what that means. Ferts, not gits. Oh, ferts. Yeah, all right, yeah. Then yeah, I mean you could try. I don't know how you're gonna add it into the clay balls. Are you talking about what, using like Osmocote Plus pellets? Fake name, got it. Greasing the O-rings with butter. That's what okay, cool. Got it. I think I'm catching up now. What is a panda? A panda cory. A panda cory. Let's look up a panda cory. What is a panda cory? We will look it up. Cory. It's one of my favorite all-time cories. This is a panda cory. That is a panda cory. It's a little cory Dallas that looks like a panda. Thus, panda cory. I love these guys. And they're the small, I think one of the smallest of the cories. So they're really good for smaller tanks. Aqua A, welcome to the chat. Do you recommend dips for new fish? If you have a problem with where you get your fish from, sure. Quarantine them and dip them. But like places I buy from, I only buy from places I'm really sure that they take good care of their fish. So, hi Patricia, how are you doing? Have you ever run a sponge filter only on heavy plant tank? No, I never ran sponge filters. I never used sponge filters. The only time I would use a sponge filter is probably on a quarantine tank. Or if I'm trying to breed something, which I never do. But I don't normally use sponge filters. I know a lot of people like them. I personally not a fan. Well, I'm not. It's not like I'm not a fan. I just don't. I don't like them or I don't hate them. So you know. So is that it, guys? Did I catch up? Good night, Stormtrooper. Thank you for joining. Thank you for hanging out with us. I think I caught up, guys. Wow, I actually caught up. Well, guys, it's definitely been fun. If you guys got any more questions, let me know ASAP, because I'm about to go because it's already been an hour. So remember, one last thing. Scape meet on Sunday at Lotus Aquariums, and then Coast Fish Club is having their meet on September 1st, and Corey from Aquarium Co-op is presenting there. So make sure you don't miss that if you're in the Southern California area. Again, if you're into the whole self-help kind of thing, you know, into the whole self-awareness stuff, check out Christina Dang's channel. If you're into that kind of thing. She's just trying to get it started. She's been doing this for more than a year, I think. But she's been in and out, and I've been talking to her on Sunday. And I'm like, well, yeah, I'll give you some advice, and she gave me some advice on Instagram. But yeah, if you're like into the whole self-help kind of thing, if you watch channels like Impact Theory and a lot of self-help TEDx talks and stuff like that, you'll like this kind of thing. So check her out. So let's check out on the chat here before we go. Yeah, Verna guy has to go too. You said my name, missed that. Breaking down tanks. Uh-oh. Yeah, take care. Good night, guys. Love you guys. Corey's gonna be on. No, Corey is not gonna be at Lotus this Sunday. All right, the skate meets at Lotus Aquariums on Sunday, on September 1st for the Coast Club meet. They're gonna have Corey there. Right? Don't mix that up, buddy. Cause I don't want you going up there and going, "Where's Corey?" Alright, good night, Candy. Thank you for joining. Yeah. I don't want you blaming me when you show up and Corey's not there. Alright, guys. Yeah. Pugamus, that should work. We gotta, yeah. I mean, you can try it. I don't see why it wouldn't work. But the concept's there. So you do that. Ground up Osmocote Plus into the Mexican potting clay. Because the Mexican potting clay won't harden in water. It'll just get all gooey and stuff. Only problem with that is I don't know if the Osmocote Plus pellets will just get stuck in the Mexican potting clay. So I don't know if that's going to help you at all. I never do that. People say, you know, or you guys are asking me if you should do that. I wouldn't suggest that, only because the Osmocote Plus pellets have to dissolve in the water, and it can't do that if it's all gunked into the potting clay. So I wouldn't suggest that. I would suggest doing it separately. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, senior organic, some mixed with red potting clay and dried and used for root tabs. That could work. If you could get it to work like that, yeah. I mean, I don't know what video you're looking at. I'll have to look at them, so. Okay, I am going to go. We are going to close down the stream. How much straight current is too much? I'm not sure what that means. No, if your fish are getting freaked out and your plants are getting uprooted, that's too much current. I don't know how to answer that question. Yeah, well, even worse, if Osmocote is grounded into a powder, right, then all it's going to do is just get stuck in the clay. The clay doesn't, when you put it into a ball, it hardens. That's how I did in my video. You put it in the soil and then you put the water in the tank. It'll just soften into a glump, right? It's just like this hard glump. So all the Osmocote's just gonna get stuck in there. No point. Sorry, Jagadator, no problem. All right, cool guys. I am going to sign up now. It's been an hour. I have to get to work tomorrow. And yeah, I love you guys. So more videos coming on, more stuff happening in the gallery, in the aquascaping gallery, and then we'll see what's going on there. Okay? That's it. Love you guys. Have a good time. Have fun out there. And I will see you in the next video. If I can find the closing. Where's the closing? I can't find my closing. Oh, there it is. Bye.